Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Check it out. Came from overseas. Singapore. Stay tuned.
Practice anytime, day or night, 24/7, 365 with Fast Track Tennis. Get your Fast Track Tennis today and get 10% off with Tennis Spin. Link is below. And get your tennis on the Fast Track.
All right, so just got this racket. I know who sent it to me. It's our buddy who sent us a bunch of rackets already from his home base in Singapore. Tan Yi Fang, James. Thank you for always sending stuff that I've done in videos and maybe have requested. He sent me a email and said, I got a 600 for you. And I'm like, 600? The only thing that I know about 600 is it's possibly a head racket because of the 600 head size. Head at one point, instead of using square inches, was using 600, 660. I think that's square centimeters because I'm not that versed in the metric systems of head sizes. But yeah, so 600 is the smaller size of the head rackets. I think it equated to 89.5 from what I remember. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, as you guys always do. I haven't opened this yet. I'm just kind of, and of course it is a head racket with a cover. Oh. Wow. I haven't seen an old school head cover like this in a long time. Check it out. We got a strap. It's in great condition. Wow. James, I love the cover already. Let's see what's in the racket though, or let's see what's in the cover though. Made in Austria. Made in Austria. I'm liking this already. I love Austrian made. Whoa. Polaris. Polaris 600. I remember this racket. Look at how much lead he put on it. Look at the tapered beam there. Thick, real thick over here, thins out right about there, and then way thickens up here. From what I remember, these rackets flexed a lot in this kind of middle 3 to 9 zone. I guess I have to restring it. But look at all his lead. All right, let's see what the note says. 600s were pretty rare. Here's head 600. Can you string it with a multi, then weigh, swing weight, and then play test? Review it? Thank you. Sure. Thanks for the cover. Thanks for a way leaded up racket here. There's even lead at 12 o'clock. I mean, I love heavy rackets like this. There's racket weight right there. Check the bottom here. Check it out. NVIDIA. I don't know what that's all about. James, do you work for NVIDIA? Or is there some kind of sensor in here? Or a bug? All right, I guess I have to string this with a multi, just like what he said, and check the weight and the swing weight of it, but I'm sure it's gonna be massive. I wonder if it's gonna have a swing weight of 400. All right, let's get working. Stay tuned. All right, so Mr. Tan Yi Fang, James, I strung up your racket. I know I had to hit with it already, but velocity, head velocity 16 at
55 pounds, okay? You requested a multi, I did a multi. Here's what the weight came out to be. By the way, I changed your overgrip too. It was dirty, man. Okay, so the weight total, just like this, 373 grams. Balance, 335. Swing weight, 387, my man. 387 coming around. It's not the heaviest one you've ever given me, though. Remember that pure drive you gave me that was like close to 400? Yeah, this is getting close to that, though. With all this lead. Lead. Look at how thick this is. Look how thin this is here. Thick again over here. I'm excited to play with it. Let's hit the court. All right, so we just got off the court with Tang Yifeng's, my man James, Polaris 600, all customized and weighted up super heavily. Coach Jerod likes heavy rackets. I felt like I thought about this. I was like, Kira's got that forehand swing. I wonder if a heavier racket will actually accentuate that and give her more power. So, but let's start with Coach Jerod. Jeord, what'd you think of that really, really heavy racket?
Yeah, so I think the only heavy racket I've ever played with was Harry's Solinko Blackout. I can barely swing that thing, and it's pretty hard to play with. I mean, it is fun to hit with. I have to admit, Harry does weight it up pretty well, or it does work out, because when you first look at it, you're like, I can't quite swing this thing. I had the same impression with this one. I was pretty scared to kind of just get out on the court with it, and I was thinking I'd catch every single ball late and probably hit the fence or just hit it into the ground first. But what's crazy is, I mean, obviously when you hold this thing, it's a hammer. You're swinging a hammer. But I didn't also expect it to be a 93 square inch head size racket when you said it. Yep. So it's weird is that the head size actually looks bigger than it actually is. And I actually do like 93 square inch head size rackets. I think the last one I ever tried was the Blade when they made that way back in the day, and it was super heavy.
Blade Tour.
Yeah, the Blade Tour was that frame. And I actually thoroughly enjoyed that one because it just offered a lot of plow. It was pretty heavy. And honestly, with these smaller head frames, you just need to have that weight to help you kind of hit through the court. So yeah, I was just letting the racket do the work, honestly. I was, my forehand stroke is pretty loopy as it is, but I think with this one, I was able to kind of hone it down, and the weight kind of helped me stay stable through the shot. Obviously, my backhand's my favorite shot. That was super simple. I just loaded it up, and just as long as you make perfect contact, the ball just shoots off the frame. At the same time, this racket also has a super thick beam for a 93 square inch head size racket, and the throat is super thick as well. So I think it actually helps that there is so much weight on here, because I mean with any other racket, I think putting this much weight would cause it to flex like crazy. So this one actually stays pretty stable. And then yeah, it's funny because the strings usually with multis I don't hit super big or super through the court, and I think with this one, just because there's so much weight on the stick, it just does so much work for you. I personally probably can't play with this in a match, but I think it's just fun to hit with. And I was telling Harry, it's funny because most pros on the tour just hit with small head rackets with a ton of weight. So I'm sure there's like the Monfises or the Murrays or Djokovic even playing with like 13-ounce rackets with a small head size. So overall, super fun to play this thing, and yeah, thank God my arm did not fall off. So it's pretty good.
Look, Kira, I was envisioning your forehand going through with this one with probably a lot of plow, right? I mean, you hit through the court like mad with this. What did it feel like in your hand, though?
Yeah, when I first took it from you, it was really heavy. So that was kind of interesting. But, I mean, I know I have a big backswing, so I was definitely focused on making sure I prepped early. Made sure that I could just swing through, and yeah, worked out pretty nicely, actually.
You played baseball before? Like baseball,
Not.
fast pitch. Oh, okay.
Never.
The reason I bring that up is, you know, like, you ever watch a major league game where they're using wooden bats and they put that donut at the end, you know, just so that you swing it around. When that 100-mile-per-hour fastball comes at you, you take the donut off and you get a faster swing, right? So I think this would be a great tool for you for, you know, prepping for that big forehand of yours. But my buddy James said to string this. He gave me very specific things to do. String it with a multi is what he said. And I strung it at 55 pounds, and I wanted to keep it head. So it's head velocity 16 at 55. Wow, smaller head. We actually hit through the ball, through the court, really well with this racket. I was shocked. Like, Kira was hitting lasers. You were hitting lasers. I was hitting lasers. I'm like, what the heck is going on? All you had to do was get it back and just let it go, and the weight just, boom, just took off. And it's freshly strung, too, which usually means it's tighter and deader. But with all this weight, the wide beam, this felt great. I think my buddies heard me say I want a 600 because I was testing a bunch of 660s. 660 is like 102 square inches, and I remember the 600s having more feel. So that's why he sent me this. So thank you so much, James, for taking care of me all the time. And, you know, I love all this lead. You know, we love testing all this lead. Keep it up, buddy. If you see something else, 600, send it over. Okay? Thank you so much. Coach Jerod, thank you so much. Where can they find you on the joint Instagram account?
You can find us at KJ Tennis.
Coach Jerod, where are you?
You guys find me on Instagram at Montennis.
Guys, thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis.